Well, I've ruined that, haven't I? Hey? Evening, people. What can I say? Tonight, back with the GTTCC rounds 11 and 12, or round 6, depending on how you want to look at it. But 2 races for you lot tonight, 15 minutes qualifying, and then 2 half-an-hour races. Be an interesting one tonight. Race 1 is that triangle on the screen that you can't see because I've got the wrong screen up. That triangle you can see on screen. That's the track for race 1. You can see it's just 3 straights, 3 corners. Corners are banked as well, so it'll be all about the slipstream tonight for race 1 and not clipping those walls. And then we jump into race 2 at St. Croix B II, one of the most varied circuits in the series. There's ups and downs and lefts and rights and 90-degree turns and big long straights and all sorts of things. Let's go and have a quick look at points. Let's get ourselves back on. So 15 minutes of qualifying and then a half-hour race around this interesting circuit. It's like I say, it's all going to be about the slipstream tonight. I think they are allowed to do a bit of bump drafting, not in qualifying. They're not allowed to bump draft in qualifying to try and better their times, but I think they can in the race. I think that's pretty much what it's going to be all about, to be honest. So let's turn some stuff on. I can imagine they've already put a lap or 2 in already. There won't be long laps here. There we go. White Shark Jim, 49.2, coming in the pits for fresh tyres as we... room settings changed. Tyre wear set at ×3. Sorry, ×4 now. So everyone's got to go at it again. Yes, as I say, it's all about staying out of those walls, especially in turn 1, tightest turn on the racetrack tonight. Carry all the speed through turn 2. We'll go for an onboard in a minute, but I don't see you lot benefiting from it as such. There we are then, on board with Fabuki. So big long banked, starts to bank quite early on actually. Dips into turn 1, bit of brake, what's he down to, 4th gear. Again, just got to keep it out that wall on the exit. Starts to flatten out now as they head down towards turn 2. Big long straights, there'll be cars slinging it up the inside, trying to drive around the outside, slipstreaming each other all the way down these straights, around these turns. Again, all about keeping it out of the wall. Mookie doing a good job. What's he put in? 218. What's going on there? Walking weeks 49.3. That's more like it. 49.3 all of a sudden for Mookie. Stupid game. Oh, unfortunately, drivers trying to stay out of the way of each other and getting involved with each other, unfortunately. Potter Pot, though, has got himself up into pole position at the minute, 49.127. P1 Dylan second, 49.117. Side by side with Ben Cosgrove. White Shark Jim down in third now. Oh, he's just left and stopped doing that, drivers. So we'll regain that unless Mocking Weeks goes quicker. 49.259. He just gets himself up into second, does Mocking. Potter's also chucked himself off the racetrack. That takes him off of pole. So we'll have to see what positions are like when these drivers get themselves back on track. Mocking Weeks third, slinging himself into the pits though. Fabuki fourth. Cosgrove fifth. Mental Nev in sixth. Fat Pickles. That's just put in a 48.996. Ultimate Pot back on the racetrack, but down in second now, just over a tenth behind Fat Pickles. Let's get some of that going. There we go. So, Dylan then third, White Shark Jim fourth, Mocking Weeks fifth, Fabuki sixth. Also coming in for fresh tyres, Mental Nev 7th, Ben Cosgrove 8th, Robus in 9th, Rick 33 in 10th, P1 Don 11th and JPH in 12th. How are we all doing then, people? Hope you're alright on this Friday night. Was that Potomac Pot just getting people flying through turn one? Yeah, so it's all right to get a tow, but no bump drafting. So no tapping driver in front to push him down the street a little bit. Is that White Shark Jim? I think it is. A great big DCC logo on the front of his car. Good lad. Get yourselves over to Digital Car Culture and go and check out the magazine that my man Clichés put together. It's all about digital car culture, funnily enough. So races, liveries, they're part of the upcoming Wednesday night GR3 League as well. That starts beginning of March. That's the regular Team Oliver Racing GR3 League. It's on a Wednesday. DCC on the front of Ben Cosgrove as well. I think he drives in the TVT for DCC, does Ben Cosgrove. So a lot of the boys rocking the Digital Car Culture logo. It's good to see. Good to see the boys spreading the love. That's what we want. Robus in the plain livery. Raced against Robus myself. Not raced against Mental Nev. Or have I? I don't think I have. So on an out lap, just trying to keep those racing super soft, nice and tidy. JPH 10th now then, he's gone a bit quicker, 149.646. 33 11th. Trying to cut that corner a little too much, actually got weird on the grass there for Rick. So he's also coming in for fresh tyres, just been out for a bit of a blast on the softs. P1 Don all the way down in 12th, but little purple sector, 1,000th of a second quicker through sector 1. See if he can keep that up. He has got a Dylan and a Mental Nev pretty close. Oh, looks like Dylan just clipped the wall. What's he got then, Don? Oh, not quicker. 7th. So halfway through quali, Fat Pickles still leading on that lap 4 time of 48.996. Potter McPot, he's left him come back, but he's only just over a 10th back. Mocking Week's 3rd, so less than a 10th back for Mocking. He's on a 49.209. Fabuki 4th, 49.333. Ben Cosgrove in 5th, 49.353. P1 Don in 6th, he's on a 49.371, just going quicker on that last lap. Mental Nev in 8th, he's on a 49.544. JPH in 10th, a 49.582. Oh, he's just been pipped by Robus, has he? Oh, Robus has just come back on track, gone through sector 1, so that's put him back in 10th. JPH 11th then on that time. Rick 33 then, 49.664 for Rick. Can Fat Pickles hold on to that pole position for another 6 minutes or so? Billy, evening mate, how you doing? Hunkering down, I hear. Hunkering down with a bottle of vodka to try and take that wind chill off. Don's got himself up into 2nd now though, a 49.065, so getting quicker. Let's see what he's got. He's got a bit of a toe off Mental Nev through here. It's not as quick this time. White Shark Jim 3rd. Potter McPot gaining a tiny bit of a toe off White Shark, but chucks himself in the pits. Also out on the soft tyre. So Dylan 5th. And that's going to be the thing as well coming into the pits. Going to be jostling for position coming out of that final turn for sure. And they might just get a little bit mistaken whether people are trying to defend the corner or come in the pits. Chaos could ensue. Mocking Week's back out of the pits then. A fresh set of super softs on board for him. And Cosgrove just going quicker there, lap 9, 49.292. Roberts moving up a couple more positions, up into 8th, 49.331 for Roberts. Buki pushed all the way down to 9th now, 49.333. Mental Nev 10th. He's just giving P1 Don a bit of a toe at the minute. And he puts in a 49.585, so stays in 8th. Rick 33's gone quicker though, 49.382, up into 9th. JPH 10th. White Shark and White Shark and Potter have decided to chuck themselves in the pits, so that messes up the order a little bit. Rick 33 is actually in 11th, JPH in 12th. That's what it'll say when they come across that first timing line. Where's Potter going? Coming down to the bottom end of the circuit. Company chucks himself back off track as well, does Potter? So Fat Pickle's still holding it. P1 Don, unfortunately, not able to get any closer to him at the minute. What are we? Almost 12 minutes into qualifying. Nev then going for a little look down the inside at turn 2. Can be beneficial to stay high, actually, especially through turn 3. So, as you've noticed, race 1 is all the same car. It's all the Aston Martin DB9. Is it DB9? I don't even know which one it is. But it's a one-make race for race 1. Let me jump into reverse grid race 2 at St. Croix B. And then it's a free choice of car. There's a good mix as well. Ferraris, BMWs, Porsches, a couple of Audis, or a few Audis. A McLaren. Right. Dylan has got himself onto pole, 48.827. So almost 2/10 quicker than Fat Pickles. He's got a reasonably fresh set of super softs on. Let's see what he's got. That's quick, that one. 49.538. Still 2 minutes left. Mental Nev's got himself up into third. 49.015 for Mental. Don fourth. Ben Cosgrove fifth. Mocking Weeks sixth. Potter McPot seventh. Roberts in 8th, Fabuki 9th, chucking himself back in the pits. JPH 10th, Rick 33 in 11th, and White Shark, when he gets himself back out the pits, will probably be about 4th. But Dylan, 48.827. Can Fat Pickles do anything about that? Oh, he has just come across the line, 49.564. A little bit of wear starting to show on those tyres now, so possibly not able to run quite as fast as he was. That might keep P1 Dylan just on pole position. He seems quite comfortable with it as well. He's parked himself up at the side of the track. .30 seconds remaining. They do get to finish at any laps they are on. So, what have you got, Fat Pickles? 7:48. It's not quick. It's not as quick as he needs. 49.473 on lap 17. He will get to finish this lap. White Shark Jim's. He's pushed all the way down to 7th. White Shark Jim. Fat Pickles comes past, holding that second. Mental Nev third. P1 Dom fourth. Looks content with that as well. Ben Cosgrove fifth. Mocking Weeks. Ben Cosgrove getting into a bit of a punch-up just at the end of qualifying with Mental Nev and Fabuki. Mocking Weeks 6th. White Shark Jim 7th. Potter McPot in 8th. Somehow going backwards. Probably doing a bit of a driftertron in that thing. There you go. Some donutting. So 8th for Potter, 9th for Robuster Hood, Fabuki in 10th, JPH 99 in 11th, and Rick 33 GTR in 12th. Driving the wrong way, Rick. So many naughty drivers here. Look. I should send these clips into the race officials. Not unsportsmanly conduct, but something like that. You'll get points. I'll take your points off you. I'll have them for this season. Right, here we go then. Race 1. Slipstream Fest round Blue Moon Bay. Half an hour. Got to keep it out of those walls. They're going to be carrying a little bit of extra speed into these turns as well while they're getting the tow. Let's hope they don't misjudge any turning points or braking points. MG Jason Yeah, well, shouldn't be in Slamovich or wherever you are. Oh, oh dear. Well, oh. Well, there you go. All right. Somehow the lobby's just killed itself. Oh dear. All right. We'll hang about, wait for Potter to restart that one. What's happened, Potter? Which cable have you booted out the wall? Come on, Potter. Oh, there he is, there he is, there he is, there he is, there he is. He's in, he's in, he's in. There we are, we're in. How bizarre. That's the one, Norway ski. That, yeah. You should go and visit, nip over the border to Denmark and go and see Chrissy Raz, shouldn't you? Ben, evening. Good old PlayStation Network. Hey, Billy. Hey, I had no end of trouble with Godzilla this last year. Swine. Right. 2 more. 3 more. Are they? 3 more people we're waiting for. And Nev's in the room. P1 Don's in the room. Just waiting on. Who are we waiting on? JPH, Fubuki, 33. Who are we waiting on? Fat Pickles in there. RX33's in here as well. Who are we missing? Robus, Mockin, Don. Nope, Don's in the room. Mental Nev, JPH. Potter's in it. Who are we missing? White Shark, of course. There you go. Good job you lot are here, isn't it? You've lied to me, he's just turned up. Right, we should be getting race 1 underway then. As long as Potter McPot knows everyone's grid positions. GTTCC logo on the front of Ben Cosgrove's car. And my logo, in fact. Well done. Good lad. He's a boy. So, yeah, get yourselves over to Digital Car Culture and go and give the magazine some love. You've got the chance to skip back and have a look, Billy. I don't have that opportunity. I suppose I do, but I don't because I'm watching other stuff. Well, you're comfortably relaxing with a couple of voddies. Right, we're in then. Maybe, if we don't all get booted out again. Ooh, got further than we did last time. So Dylan holds pole then, Fat Pickles second, Mental Nev third, Don fourth, Ben Cosgrove fifth, Mockin sixth, White Shark seventh, Potter eighth, Roberts in ninth, Kabuki 10th, JPH in 11th, and Rick 33 in 12th. Is that there? They're away then. Big pile of wheel spin from P1 Dylan. It's not the greatest of views, to be perfectly honest. Come on. So he does manage to pull a bit of a lead. Oh, who's that been stuck at the back of the pack? For Buki, unfortunately. So you've got to stick in the slipstream here. Mental Nev already trying to make a move on Fat Pickles though. Not quite able to get into the slipstream. He has got a P1 Dom down the inside. He's in it now though. So JPH been dropped a tiny little bit from this pack, as has Rick 33 and Fabuki. On board with Roberts, looking down at the pile in front of him. All in a line heading down here, trying not to smash each other off track. So positions will chop and change all the way through this race as drivers sling one up the inside here. Again, just got to keep it out the wall. White Shark Jim staying on the outside, getting himself back past Roberts. Everyone trying to gain a toe. Two little trains leading down here. Ben Cosgrove gone high, White Shark gone high. Dylan still leading this pack though. Mental Nev's closed that gap up on him up front. Fat Pickles down into third now though. Roberts then going for a move on Potter McPot. Can he carry the speed? Potter's going to get a toe off White Shark Jim, so going to carry a little bit more speed. Let's just move up the pack a couple of drivers. So on with Ben Cosgrove then as we look at Mocking Weeks and P1 Don, Fat Pickles, Bro Mental Nev and P1 Dylan in front of him. And he's got White Shark Jim, Potter and Roberts behind. You can see how tightly bunched they are on the little mini map there. Just backing off the throttle there, Ben. It's just an absolute train. Let's get ourselves on board with P1 Dylan and look back at this melee trying to get past him. P1 Don. Hot on his tail. Mental Neb looking to come down the inside of Don. Don's gone a bit wide through there though. But he will still be in the slipstream of Dylan in front. So the two P1 drivers in P1 and P2 currently. Mocking Weeks also driving for P1 as well, sitting in fifth. Still tightly packed running around this banked turn 2. Oh, little clip of the wall there for Don. Slows the pack behind a little bit, gives Dylan a tiny bit of breathing room. It is a good quality for Team Quick Fit. A little bit of bump drafting from the boys here now. Then Mental Nev again looking to come down the inside of P1 Don. This seems to be the camera angle to be keeping an eye on all this lot. Don't need to be anywhere else really. So again they head down this long second straight. Don closing up again. Nowhere for him to go. The Hood battling out with White Shark Jim at the back of this little pack, and then we've got the three at the back. Unfortunately 3 seconds off that pile in front, very unlikely to be able to close that gap up. JPH and Fabuki bumper to bumper, so these three could end up having their own little fight. JPH and Fabuki work together to close the gap back up on Rick 33, which looks like they're doing. Back up front, Dylan still holding the lead. Mental Nev got himself up into second. Fat Pickles third. Ben Cosgrove fourth. What's happened to P1 Don? Ben Cosgrove fourth. Mocking Weeks fifth. Potter in sixth. White Shark seventh. Roberts in eighth. And Don, unfortunately, in ninth. At the back of this pack now. What's happened to you, Don? Almost half a second back, should be able to gain that time back with the toe, but a bit of work for him to do now. See those last three drivers just coming through there, so Dylan still leads. Mental Nev second, Fat Pickles third. White Shark Jim going for a slingshot around the outside of Roberts to Hood again. These two are swapping positions quite often. Excuse me, thirsty tonight, people. Oh, a little bit deep there. Mental Nev's having a go for that top spot. And it is an all-out drag race now. Neither car benefiting. Not without someone stonking them up the rear end and giving them a little push down the street, but everyone keeping it clean so far. Mental Nev then creeping through. Is anyone going to follow him through? Fat Pickles does. Mocking Weeks tries to get down the inside there as well. Doesn't quite work. Looks to come back around the outside. So it's not work for Fat Pickles either. Lost the position back to Dylan and Mocking Weeks. Slots himself back into fourth. Now we've got White Shark Jim and Ben Cosgrove who've just split from behind him. One to the left, one to the right. Almost three wide into turn one. Dylan then getting that all wrong. Now down in third position. Mocking Weeks getting past him. Mental Nev now 0.3 seconds in front. Still absolutely bumper to bumper for these top 10 drivers. Top 9 drivers, apologies. Mental Nev, nowhere for him to go then. Little tiny bump between him and Mocking Weeks. Let's get ourselves away from these boys. It's not happening. Dylan trying to sling one down the inside. I didn't see him slide one up the inside there. So back into second then. Mental Nev first still. Mocking Weeks third. Fat Pickles still fourth. Potter McPot fifth. White Shark Jim sixth. Ben Cosgrove seventh. Roberts in eighth. And Don ninth. Let's just flick through to the other drivers at the back. So Fabuki's got himself out front. He's managed to get himself past JPH and Rick 33. It's only 0.6 of a second, so Rick 33 is just within slipstream range. Unfortunately, JPH is not 1.6 seconds down. Mental Nev up front then continues to lead. Nobody's ploughed it into the wall yet. It's absolutely like a car park. That's what it is. Everyone trying to stay in the toe of the driver in front. Mocking Weeks though slings one down the inside at turn 2. He's got his nose down the inside of Dylan. Dylan can hold it up the high line. It does work through there. Fat Pickles is followed him through as well, because you've got to slow down a tiny bit. You can't use the full circuit if you've got a driver on the outside. But yes, a few drivers swapping positions. Big pile of smoke there. Mocking Weeks now losing positions. 7th, 8th. He's getting sandwiched by Potter and White Shark Jim. He's got P1 Don pushing White Shark down the road as well. Trying to come back down the inside at turn 2. White Shark's just got himself in front into turn 3, but Hawkins going to stay high again, but it did look like White Shark Jim was carrying a lot of speed through there. Still side by side, Mocking and White Shark. Mocking's just got himself through there actually. Mental Nev though still leads. There they are, all in a line. P1 Don right on the back end of this train now. Buki 4 seconds back in 10th. Pulled more time over Rick 33, now over a second gap between the 10th and 11th position. JPH still 1.4 seconds back. Let's get ourselves on board for a little bit of a lap with Robbers sitting in 4th now. Robbers again, these positions, ooh, almost outbraking himself. Potter McPot coming through there as well. A tiny bit of contact with Ben Cosgrove. Just starting to stretch out a tiny little bit, but half a second between the front 4 and the back 5. They should be able to close that gap back up. Ben Cosgrove has actually kept the speed up, got himself past Potter there. They've got to be careful they just don't lose this front pack. Starting to pull that time back in. Top 4 then, Mental Nev, P1 Dylan, Fat Pickles Bro and Robbers to Hood. Got themselves a tiny bit of breathing room from the drivers behind. They're losing time, a second back now. So unless they start working together, they're going to lose this pack in front. Already losing time, 1.3 seconds back to Potter McPot, who's now got himself back up into 5th. So he needs the drivers behind to work with him, tow each other to try and close the gap back up on these drivers. Mental Nev, Dylan and Fat Pickles may as well have an iron rod between them. He says as Robbers Hood chucks one up the inside a little bit. Weeks then got himself past. What's happened to Potter McPot? Has he chucked himself in the pits? Yes, he has. Fresh set of tyres on board for Potter. He's gone for a set of softs. But has he made the mistake of coming in the pits? He has got JPH in front of him, but he needs to be able to try and stick with the rest of the pack when they come out of the pits. they're still running fast laps. Look, there's still a little bit of bump drafting on the long straights. Mental Nev, Dylan and Fat Pickles look like they're all working together. So when do they come in? Someone else just coming out the pits now. Who's that? That is Fubuki at the pits then in 12th. White Shark's just been in and out as well. He's come out in 11th. Fresh set of softs. Hot on Potter's tail. So JPH not stopped. Rick 33 not stopped. P1 Don not stopped. Ben Cosgrove not stopped. Mocking Weeks not stopped. Oh, Mocking Weeks is in now though. Nobody followed him in. That's surprising. Roberts not stopped. These all 4 drivers up front haven't. Dylan, Fat Pickles and Mental Nev. When will we see these drivers in? Will we be able to get Potter McPot and White Shark Jim involved back in this fight? Just started to get involved in a little bit of argy-bargy just before the pits. And it's cost them time to these 4 in front. Why did you jump to Mocking Weeks? Didn't tell you to do that. Board with Dylan then. Fat Pickles getting a little bit squirrely on the way into turn 1. Great big bank on that corner as well. Closing up then Dylan on Fat Pickles. Are they just going to use each other? Does look like it. Just giving each other a nice little push around these quite open turns. Robert's still in the slipstream range, but not as bolted as these 3. Right, Mental Nev, Fat Pickles chuck themselves in the pits. Roberts and Dylan stay out. Rick 33 in the background just peeling in as well. Don stops out for another lap as well. No fuel in this in these lobbies, only tyre wear. Yeah, it is a little bit. It is a little bit. Stick around, Billy. We've got St. Croix B. Roberts closed the gap up on P1 Dylan. Has Dylan made a little mistake? He must have. He must have for Roberts to close the gap up that much. Both drivers on very worn out soft tyres. Neither driver stopping yet. Only 13 minutes remaining. Nev, Fat Pickles bro battling it out. White Shark, Jim, Potter McPot, Mocking Weeks having a 3-way fight behind there as well. There's Ben Cosgrove, JPH and P1 Don. JPH still not stopped yet. Don has, and he's come out behind JPH in between himself and Ben Cosgrove. Hopefully doesn't slow him down too much. Doesn't allow Ben to get off. Fubuki in 11th, Rick 33 in 12th. Super softs on board for Rick. Are Dylan and Roberts going to run the whole race? Ooh, who knows? But Roberts looking a bit dangerous on Dylan at the minute. Neither driver stopped. Mental Nev holding 3rd then, who has stopped. What is he? 7.1 seconds back, 12 minutes to go. Should be able to take that time out. Fat Pickles pushing him round in 4th. White Shark, Jim, Potter and Mockin still battling it out for 5th, 6th and 7th. Ben Cosgrove 8th. P1 Don has got himself past JPH, so can look to hunt down Ben Cosgrove again. JPH still not stopped. Fabuki is sitting in 11th still, and Rig 33 12th. Dylan and Roberts not stopping again. But they are losing time to the third place driver. Mental Nev only 6 seconds back. So these two are trying to use each other to close the gap back up. White Shark, Jim, Potter and Mockin. Are they doing the same, or are they battling it out? Looks like they're trying to do the same, possibly trying to work together. Still almost 2 seconds between 5th and 4th place. Ben Cosgrove another 1.2 back, with P1 Don bolted onto his rear end. JPH another 1.5 back. Fabuki 1.6 back. He might be able to close the gap up on JPH, as JPH hasn't stopped. And Rig 33 4.5 seconds back. Roberts then looking to make a move on Dylan. 10 minutes remaining. Are we going to see these two stop for tyres at all? Yeah, in the race, yes, but in the qualifying, no, Billy. Not stopping again then. What's the gap between second and third? Down to 4.7 seconds. Just under 10 minutes remaining. These two having a good old punch up. Yeah, a little bit of nudging, just trying to keep that gap between themselves and Mental Nev. Dylan looking like he's going down the outside of Roberts. Why would you do that? Where is he? Oh, he's already had to slot himself back into second. So 9 minutes to go. Can Roberts close that gap and take that position back? It might just be a case of these two doing a lap in front each. Yep. Can they keep that gap? Can they keep that gap? 3.2 seconds between Mental Nev. And there they are. That's the gap. You can see them. And he has also got assistance from a Fat Pickles bro. Both of these drivers on fresh tyres. Fat Pickles coming through there so quickly, firing himself into the back of Mental Nev. Gap down to about 2.5 seconds, 2.7. Alright, let's have a quick flick through. Dylan's still leading then, by the skin of his teeth. Roberts to Hood second. Trying to use each other to keep that gap. Mental Nev third, just over 2 seconds back. Fat Pickles bro still bolted onto his rear end. Another 2.3 back is Mocking Weeks. He's got Potter McPot for company and White Shark Jim. White Shark still in the slipstream range. P1 Don is almost back in the slipstream range of White Shark Jim, dragging Ben Cosgrove with him. Those two will be using each other. Fabuki 10th, but 3.6 back from Ben. JPH is actually closing back up on Fabuki. Less than a second gap there. Still 3.8 between JPH and Rick 33. Oof. I think Dylan and Roberts, they've played the strategy quite well, but I believe they're going to get overtaken by a few of these drivers very, very soon. Only 1.2 seconds between Mental Nev and Roberts. And I would assume that Potter McPotts, White Shark Jim, Mocking Weeks all closed back up. P1 Don as well, bolted onto the end of this. Ben Cosgrove is just 0.3 back. White Shark looking to make moves. I need to keep an eye on this fight in front. Mental Nev then, half a second back from Roberts. Well within slipstream range, dragging Fat Pickles with him. Yeah, I think the two boys in front have blown their tyres far too much now. Look, they're really going to struggle on the tighter of these three turns. Four-way fight for first now then. Dylan having to chuck it over to the inside line early. Knows he's going to have to start going defensive. Mental Nev already looking down the inside of Roberts to Hood. Still getting a toe off Dylan in front. But Roberts just seems to be carrying the extra speed down the inside. Fat Pickles again just able to carry the speed on those fresher tyres down the inside. Now he's still got a toe off Mental Nev. Both of these drivers looking to sling one up the inside of Dylan. Mental Nev then through into first. Can Fat Pickles follow him through? Oh, not quite. Dylan carries the speed, but he's still a bit high. Fat Pickles is going to come through. Dylan's still got a tiny bit of a toe from Mental Nev, but Mental Nev comes over to the centre of the track. Fat Pickles picks up the toe again. Now Roberts to Hood comes for a move back down the inside of Dylan. Dylan's had to go high again. And these boys behind, what are they now? They're only 2 seconds back as well. 4 minutes remaining, 4.5. So Mental Nev back up front, Fat Pickles second, Dylan third. They will be benefiting from a toe, but they still will be losing time on these turns. Roberts fourth. Yeah, the gap definitely coming down. White Shark Jim 1.6 seconds back in fifth, Potter in sixth, Ben Cosgrove seventh, Mocking Weeks eighth, P1 Don ninth. Buki still 4.1 in 10th, another 3.9 back to JPH. It's just a second between JPH and Rick 33 now. Rick 33 stopped as well, so he came out with a fresh set of super softs. He's able to close that gap up on JPH. Could come under threat here at the end of this race for that 11th place. So Mental Nev and Fat Pickles starting to pull a gap over Dylan now, almost a second. There's now a second between Dylan and Roberts as well. Less than a second back to White Shark Jim though. Ben Cosgrove, Potter McPotts, Mocking Weeks and P1 Don. Not quite, obviously not quite the worn tyre, just they're not able to carry the speed around the corners, Bill. So Dylan and not so much Dylan, but Roberts behind is seriously under threat. Then White Shark Jim is looking to come down the inside at turn 2. Ben Cosgrove, Potter, Mocking, Don, all looking for that position as well. White Shark's through, Ben Cosgrove's through, Potter McPott is through. Mocking Weeks, almost through for Mocking. He's through. Roberts has gone a bit high. Don actually fires himself through there as well, unfortunately. Roberts down to 9th. And now it's P1 Dylan who's under threat. So led most of the start of this race. Yep. So there you go. In that one turn, they're all over him. White Shark going for a move down the inside, carrying all the speed. Ben Cosgrove going to follow him through. They're all getting into the slipstream, trying to follow him through that lower line, while Dylan is up high. Mocking gets himself through. Potter chucks himself into the slipstream as well. Just gets his nose down the inside, Potter, before Dylan's able to sling one in. Don slings one down the inside as well. 3 wide though, Potter, Dylan and Don. Not quite, Don's had to back off. Potter's down the inside though. Mental Nev and Fat Pickles in the meantime, still pretty much bumper to bumper. I don't think you're going to see these boys battle for position until probably the last lap. White Shark Jim 3.4 back, being pushed by Mockin and Ben Cosgrove. Potter McPot and Don now safely past Dylan. So down into 8th. Minute left on the clock. Roberts then all the way down in 9th, starting to come under pressure from Fabuki actually. Fabuki closed it up 1.7 seconds back. Chopping time out of him at the very final stage of this race. Rick 33 is up into 11th, 5.8 seconds. JPH now at the back of the pack. So 43 seconds remaining on the clock. Will we see Fat Pickles have a go at Mental Nev? Are they going to do it? Are they going to have a battle to the line? I think they're going to finish this lap, get another one in. Don't do a handbrake just in case, Mental Nev. Another lap for these two. Mocking Weeks, first of the finishers then, takes 3rd. Ben Cosgrove 4th. Potter McPot 5th. White Shark Jim 6th. Don 7th. Dylan 8th. Fabuki 9th. So he did get past Robus. Robus in 10th. Rick 33 backwards in 11th. And JPH in 12th. I just wait for Mental Nev and for Fat Pickles to come through then. Are they going to kick the crap out of each other on this final turn? Looks like Fat Pickles is quite happily going to give this to Mental Nev. And there they come then. Mental Nev takes top spot. Fat Pickles in 2nd. So it can get a bit exciting there, can't it, Bill? What happened to Jim? That's a good point. That is a good point. Game 6. That's what happened to White Shark Jim. So a bit of a break, and then we jump into reverse grid race 2. Croix B II as well. Ooh. Maybe his tyres just dropped off, Bill. There's still some decent racing there, though. Why do I need to save the replay? Huh? Why do I need to save the replay, Billy? What for? Huh? You're watching it now. Good drive, Nevin Pickles. He'd have been pleased with that performance. Put it on share. Oh, there you go. There you go, Billy. How about that? Bosh. If I do that now, is it going to mess me up? I'll share it later. I've got it though. I've saved it, Bill. Don't want to kill my connection while I'm uploading a blimmin' video for you, Bill. Next thing you know, you lot are watching 144p. You want it on? Oh, you want it on now? Bill, man. Let's save it twice, look. Oh. No, I'm not doing it, Bill. You'll have to watch it after. If it'd let me do it straight away back then, but it's already been saved. And that means coming out of this, and you know what it's like, Bill. If I leave the lobby, it's all going to kick off. Heads are going to explode. Just wait half an hour, damn it. Maybe 35 minutes. Maybe 36. Just wait. Yeah, completely different circuit coming up next. All the turns. It's not quite Nordschleife, don't get me wrong. But a very, very varied selection. Yeah, that one, Bill. Yeah. But it's St. Croix B, not whatever you said C. St. Croix. Yeah, I do like the St. Croix ones. They're St. Croix. I better say it right, otherwise my mate at work might kick off. He heard me the other week. He was, oh, you know it's pronounced St. Croix, don't you? I said, yeah, it's still St. Croix. It's just the way it is. Yeah, I like these circuits. Nice and wide. Can have some really good racing on these. It's not the full squiggle. It can be worse. There's there 3 variants of this track, and you can run them all backwards. Well, you'll have to see how you get on, Mr. Hitchens. Rate 33 already out. Let's see if we can go for a bit of an onboard lap with Fat Pickles Bro through the fast 90-degree turn 1. A lot of you will recognise this track, but a bit backwards for some of you. So up and over the hill, through the little 2 right-handers, into the left, into the right. Another right straight after it, into the great big left-hand elbow. Unfortunately, it's not got a great big long straight on there, which would, if you were coming the other way, would go off to your right there, straight down that big long straight. Massive long straight, this one. So back up the hill, Actually, I think this is one of the shorter versions of St. Croix. To the awkward left. Never quite know when to stick your foot on the gas coming through that one. 90-degree turn onto the bridge then can be a little bit unsettling just as you come on and off. There's a bit of a bump on the way in, on the way out. Whether these cars pick it up on this particular variant of the circuit, we'll see. I think they will on the way off for certain. Just there, Kajung, yeah, unsettles the cars. You've got to be real careful through there. A little bit more tricky on the way onto the bridge. Quite easy to run wide and smash into the barriers. So, all the way around, 90-degree right, through the little kink to the left. Yeah, it's quite one of the shorter versions of St. Croix. St. Croix. I think White Shark Jim is in a Ferrari, yes. Big shout out to Ben. Where is he? Picking up a penalty there. Fat Pickles. Oh, he's in third. Infinity Decals. What else are we saying? A TVT teammate. Oh, there you go. He's got the DCC logo. He's got the Dark Smoker logo as well. Both on the front end of both his cars. Good lad. Another Audi for Ben. Rig 33. He's in the Jag. Audi for Fat Pickles. Audi for Ben. Mocking Weeks in the Bims. Got another Audi for Robus. Ferrari. Does sound better. Like that. Also rocking the DCC logos on his car. Bit of advertising for the digital car culture team. JPH, another Audi. Buki in the McLaren. P1 Don in the Jag. Mental Nev, another Jag. Potter McPot in the Porsche. Dylan in another Audi. And MG Jason, if he was here, he would be in another Porsche as well. But he's not, so he's not. Potter in the Porsche, you think so here? We'll see. Yes, Billy, the second race is free choice. Race 1 is a one make. I know Potter likes these circuits quite well as well. Yeah, Porsche's a stable motor. Ben does do some good liveries. There's a lot of good livery makers out here actually. In the sort of regular groups that you and I frequent. I'm not saying the other groups that we don't know so much. No JPH. Yeah, we've got 12. Where is he? Where's JPH? There he is. He's in the 7th. Look. Here he is. Don't fret, Billy. Well, wasn't it banned from a season of GTTCC because it was just too quick? All right. Looks like we're going straight into race 2 any second. There you go. So reverse grid. So all the fast boys from race 1 start at the back. And now this awkward St. Croix. St. Croix. let's see how they get away. The Audis won't get away so well being front-wheel drive, possibly a bit of wheel spin from them. So the light's on, let's wait for it to drop. They're away. Yeah, see the Audi's having to pull past Ben Cosgrove. Jostling for position as they head down towards turn 1. 90 degree, rig 33 holding the top spot through there for Buki, chasing the racing line for Potter McPot, already trying to slot one up the inside, got himself into 6 already. On the tail of JPH. Roberts to Hood, the Audi's one of the faster cars in the lead, definitely one of the most stable. They do seem to chomp through front tyres quite quick. So for Buki's got himself out front in the McLaren. Wipers at full tilt. Rain's not even coming down yet. Rick 33 second. Don's got himself up into 3rd. Dylan 4th. White Shark Jim 5th. JPH 6th. Roberts 7th. Potter now 8th. Oh no. Yeah, Potter 8th. Mocking Weeks 9th. Is he? Weeks is in 8th, Potter now 10th, Mental Nev's just got past, but Potter's got the inside line as they come onto the bridge. Mental Nev 10th, Fat Picklesbro in 11th, and Ben Cosgrove now at the back of the pack. Still only lap 1. 33 getting himself back past for Buki. Wiper putting him off. JPH has gone massively wide and into the wall. That's going to cost him and possibly other drivers time as well. Gaps developing already in race 2. Wiper still on full chat for Fubuki. Gets himself back in the slipstream. P1 Don under threat from Dylan. Oh, he's running himself a little bit wide there. Dylan's going to come back at him, but Don's got the inside line into the next turn. Carries the speed, holds on to 3rd. Dylan 4th, Roberts 5th. Top 5 pulled 2 seconds over 6th place White Shark Jim. Mental Nev in 7th, Potter McPot back up into 8th. Under pressure from Ben Cosgrove though in the Audi. He's got the inside line into turn 1 as well. Digital Car Culture driver. Potter McPot keeping his nose up the inside though. Oh, not quite able to do it. The Audi again closing up on the Ferrari in front. Porsche being dropped by the Audi already. Closing back up though, Potter. It's a bit of a strange line for Mr. Cosgrove through there, but he's got himself past White Shark Jim. Good old fight here between Mental Nev and Ben Cosgrove. White Shark Jim just in the background of this one as well. Potter McPot will be looking to close that gap back up. White Shark Jim though carrying the speed of that Ferrari down the inside, looking to make a move on Mental Nev as well. Can't both drivers get themselves down the inside of Ben? Ben in the Audi carries the speed. He's now got the inside line into the bridge as well. Gets himself up into 6th. Mental Nev in 7th. White Shark in 8th. Potter McPot in 9th. But under threat from Fat Picklesbro for that position. Potter still holding the inside line as they come off the bridge. JPH has got himself back involved in this fight. Mocking Weeks right here as well. Fat Pickles got himself past Potter. Mocking Weeks is looking for a slot down the inside as well on the Porsche driver. BMW through then. So Potter being pushed pretty much to the back of the pack by JPH. Fubuki's got himself back out front. He's now a second over P1 Dylan. Big 33 holding 3rd. He's got Roberts to Hood in another Audi bolted onto his rear end, and P1 Don in the Jag holding 5th. Ben Cosgrove though is closing the gap back up on these drivers. Mental Nev, though, is looking to get that position off him. Slots himself down the inside into turn 1. So for Buki, pulling just another little tenth off of Dylan. 33 holding that third. Don managing to get himself past Roberts up into 4th then. Roberts now 5th in the Audi. Mental Nev, Ben Cosgrove, White Shark Jim still battling this one out. Looking to go 3 wide. Nobody behind him, but loses out a couple of positions. Mental Nev and White Shark Jim get past Ben there. Carrying the speed though, the Audi, just look at that. On a Ferrari and a Jag, that little Audi TT. Oh, White Shark, oh, terrible, terrible, unfortunate. Oh, so that's exactly what I'm talking about with unsettling the cars onto the bridge. It's just pushed White Shark Jim tiny little bit wide into the outside face, bounced him across the track, and unfortunately it's picked up Ben Cosgrove. Potter McPott has somehow managed to pick up almost a second penalty there. He's got himself past Ben into 9th, but the Audi driver closing up pretty quickly again. Do have some power, these Audis, very popular. They have been from my first season, I think. It's time for them to be banned, Dennis. Ban the Audi. Buki almost into the wall at the exit of the final turn. He's keeping that gap between himself and Dylan though. Rig 33 unfortunately losing positions, down in 5th now. Oh, scrape of the wall through there as well. That's going to slow him down a little bit more. So he's starting to come under pressure from Mental Nev in the other Jag. One of the other Jags, there's 3 of them on track tonight. Fat Pickles in the next Audi in 7th. Mocking Weeks in the BMW in 8th. Ben Cosgrove in 9th, got himself back past Potter, and Potter 10th. JPH 11th, again a little bit of a penalty for him to lose. White Shark Jim back on track, up to race pace again. But 12th, 2.5 seconds back from JPH. Just where we've seen White Shark Jim get it wrong. Oh, Potter McPott. Oh, Potter McPott. Oh, happy slappy through there. Didn't put it in the wall, but he's lost a lot of time. Almost losing his penalty as well, but getting it sideways. Oh, getting it wrong off the bridge as well, clattering into the wall for Potter. JPH just keeping it out of the wall. White Shark Jim still 2.5 seconds back in the Ferrari. Oh, he's pulled in a couple of tenths just coming off the bridge. So Don getting himself past into 3rd place. Roberts 4th. And now 1.4 seconds back off P1 Dylan. Dylan's still only a second back for Buki. Buki's picked himself up a tiny bit of penalty. So that's going to put him under threat from Dylan. Potter McPott trying to lose his penalty through there. JPH in 11th. White Shark Jim got the gap down to 1.5 seconds in the Ferrari. So 10 minutes into race 2. It's all kicked off already. Fubuki still holding top spot. He's still got his penalty, but he has gained a couple of tenths on Dylan. Come on. Name some names. Give the viewers some what they want. That's you know that's what they want. Fubuki not dropped his penalty yet. Is the rule in you've got to drop it before the end of the lap? He's trying. You see his car just ghosting out every now and then. Almost into that barrier. He's only got a couple more turns to try and drop that if that is the rule in. But he has got Dylan closing up on him anyway. Half a second between them, less than. So drops a bit more of his penalty through there. That's just allowing P1 Dylan to close up on him still. Duco, evening brother. How you doing? Potter's not doing great at the minute. He's down in 10th, my friend. He's had a little bit of sideways action. But his little brother's beat him up. The Audis have come through and gave him a walloping tonight. So Fubuki still holds on to that penalty. Dylan lost a bit of time, gap almost back up to a second. Don third, 3/4 of a second back from Dylan. Roberts to Hood now 1.25 back in the Audi. Yeah, starting to chomp through those front tyres. Mental Nev in the Jag in 5th, being chased by Rick 33 in 6th in another Jag. Closely chased by Fat Pickles in another Audi. Not much wear on those softs though for Fat Pickles. Weeks doing a good job of the BMW's tyres as well, holding 8th. Ben Cosgrove 9th. Not chomped as much out of those super softs as Dylan in front, and Potter in 10th. Quite equal wear. He's got JPH and White Shark Jim pretty close, 2 seconds back actually. White Shark Jim all over the rear end of JPH though. Nice long straight to give it a go up here. No, thought about slinging one up the inside. It has cost JPH a little bit of time going through there. He has still got the inside line running onto the bridge though. Who's going to win out here? White Shark just allows JPH to hold onto that one. Potter McPot's got it all wrong onto the bridge. He's got it all wrong onto the bridge and puts himself now at the back of the pack. No damage on his car, but he's way off the pace. 5 seconds down now. Dylan up front. So what's happened to Fubuki? He's lost it somewhere. Don's got past as well. Fubuki's not been in the pits for tyres then. Roberts just dropping his penalty. He's still holding 4th. Mental Nev 5th. Roberts in, Rick in 6th. Roberts just chucking himself in the pits there. Ben Cosgrove following him in. Side by side with Fat Pickles and Rick 33. 5th and 6th position battle here. Rick 33 carrying the, carrying the speed. Carries a little bit too much and into the wall, so allows Fat Pickles into that 5th place position. Can't watch Nev for a no stop now. He's in the pits. He's in the pits. Mental Nev running a bit wide in the background. Just keeps himself on track, but he's going to lose, lost a bit of time to Fat Pickles behind. Rick 33 also coming under more pressure for that 6th place from Mocking Weeks. Slings one up the inside. Rick, unfortunately, unable to carry the speed. So the Audi driver was able to carry it around the outside through there. That's where we just saw Potter getting it wrong. Mocking Weeks then, a little bit of a nudge between himself and Rick 33, so just doing the right thing, giving the position back. He's got to stick within the slipstream, try not to lose Rick 33. Sitting in 7th then, Roberts in 8th. Roberts been in the pits for a fresh set of racing softs. Ben Cosgrove also fresh set of super softs. JPH another set of super softs. White Shark Jim a fresh set of softs. And Potter McPotter's left the lobby. So Don now leading, Dylan 2nd, Fubuki 3rd. Managed to close that gap back up on the top 2 drivers. Oi! Aaron, how you doing? You're not racing in this? You're not racing the GTTCC? It's too much for you, isn't it? So most of the drivers coming in this lap. Roberts the Hood doesn't stay out. The top 3 just come out in front of him, but it does bring him back in touch. So P1 Don, fresh set of softs. Dylan on a set of super softs. Ooh, trying to run a bit too tight through there. So fast on the super softs at the start then, these Audis, but they chomp through them like nobody's business. Fubuki 3rd then, Roberts the Hood in 4th. Top 4, a little bit of a gap back to Mental Nev, 2 seconds. Fat Pickles Bro in 6th, just 0.6 of a second back. Ben Cosgrove 7th, 3 seconds back. Half a second back is Rick 33. Rick 33 is back in front of Mocking Weeks. They got past the... He took him at the bridge, didn't he? But Mocking Weeks is going for it again. He's backed out this time. Oh, carrying a lot of speed into there, Mocking. Almost doing the same thing again and clattering into the back of him. Next season. Oh, almost running wide through there as well, Mocking. Yeah, you ought to get yourselves involved in that. Has Nev not stopped yet? Nev's stopped racing, is what Nev's done. Or you're on about Mental Nev? Which Nev? Where's Mental Nev? No, Mental Nev stopped. Super soft, but Nev. He's left. So Dylan back out front on those super softs. Don should be able to stick with him on the softs. Don actually did a really good job of chopping his way through this pack to get up front. So Fubuki still 3rd, but half a second back. Roberts to Hood. Gap just starting to stretch out a little bit. 0.8 of a second. Mental Nev now 1.6 seconds back. Fat Pickles Bro in the Audi looking for a move. Gets the inside line through there. Where is side by side? Mental Nev just letting it run through. He's going to have the inside line into the next turn as well. Fat Pickles just easing off the throttle through there, allowing Mental Nev to go through. Keeps himself in touch though. 7th place, Ben Cosgrove just in the background being chased by Rick 33. So can he get a move down here? Then Fat Pickles. Carry a bit of speed down towards this left-hand kink, and then the short run down to that tight left-hand elbow. Again, on the super soft tyres. Not able to close up enough through here. Now Mental Nev's now got the inside line onto the bridge. Comes across onto the racing line. Now gets another chance down this bridge. He's a little bit closer this time. Might be able to sling one down the inside here. Mental Nev's aware of it. Just brings his car over to the left-hand side. Fat Pickles eases off the throttle early then. See what's happening up front. Dylan still leading. Don still in touch. 0.4 of a second back. Fubuki lost a couple of tenths. 0.7 of a second. 0.8 it just flicks over to. Roberts de Hood in fourth. Again losing a couple of tenths. 1.4 seconds back. Mental Nev not able to close the gap back up on him yet. Still got a Fat Pickles for company. Ben Cosgrove 7th, also holding fastest lap of the race actually, Ben, 2:17.5. So Rig 33 still holding that position in front of Mockin. Mockin though, going to get a good run down here. Just seems to be losing the power as he comes out the slipstream. But goes for the outbraking on Rick. Slings one down the inside, up into 8th then, Rick 33 in 9th. White Shark's got himself past JPH. He's up into 10th then, and JPH in 11th. Like your bonnet scoop there, JPH. Just have another look at that in a second. So Dylan has managed to stretch a tiny bit of a lead out from Don. 8 minutes remaining, 0.8 of a second, nearly 0.9. Don though just within that slipstream range. But it has brought Fubuki closer to him. Has Dylan made the right choice and pulled away now? Is he going to lose all that time again when his tyres wear out closer to the end of the race? Mr. Bristow, evening mate. They all have pickles, Bob. Oh, they don't all have pickles. He all seems to have ducks. Yeah, let's not mention Potter. Don just keeping himself in touch then. 0.8 still. Fubuki now 1.2 seconds back. Mental Nev has got himself back up into 4th position in front of Robus. Fat Pickles is bolted onto the rear end of this three-way fight here as well. Can Fat Pickles make a move on Robus? It's a good exit. Robus will be getting a toe off Mental. So Robus goes for a move on Mental. Fat Pickles also went for a move, but Robus has already pulled out. Still got the inside line, just has Robus. Just feathering the throttle through there. A 5th gear all the way through it. Nev just pulling himself a tiny little bit of gap between these two Audis. Fat Pickles is all over the rear end of Robus already before they hit this left-hand kink. Both drivers through there cleanly, plenty of space given. It's an absolute drag race down here then. Who's going to win out? Fat Pickles just got the advantage at the minute. Nothing Robus can do about that, so Fat Pickles up into 5th then. Can he close the gap back down on Mental Nev in front? I'm not sure what the slipstream range is now. I thought it was 0.8, but it could be 7:50. Someone Google that. So Dylan's gap reduced down to less than half a second. Don right on his tail. So yeah, just starting to show a bit of wear on those super softs on the front, allowing Don to close back up. Fubuki's also closing back up on the super soft tyre as well in the McLaren. Mental Neb though, 3.1 down. The top three started to pull away. Fat Pickles all over the rear end of Mental Neb though. Robert 6th then. Can Ben Cosgrove close that gap back up on him? He's starting to chomp through his racing super softs as well though. Mocking Weeks in 8th. Tyres not looking too bad. Rig 33 9th. White Shark Jim in 10th. And then JPH unfortunately 7 seconds down, chewing through his super softs as well in the Audi. So Dylan really starting to struggle then. Don is all over his rear end. Carrying the extra speed up the hill. Nowhere to go for him through there. Bumper to bump with Dylan through this awkward first section. Almost went for a move down there, did Don. Keeping Dylan right in check. 3.5 minutes remaining. Now Don chucks one down the inside, carrying so much more speed through there than Dylan. Audi's still quick though. Really be able to hold it around the outside. Is he going to hold the inside line onto the bridge? Is he? No, he's not. So Don gets himself up into first place. Can he hold it for the next 3 minutes? Dylan on those worn out super softs versus Don's semi-worn softs. Dylan in the faster Audi does close up, but he will be compromised on his lap, on his corner speed, he says, as Dylan closes up all over him through there. Yeah, we've lost Potter. So will we see P1 Don and P1 Dylan have a good old ding dong for this top spot? We will. Dylan chucks one back down the inside. Don though carries the speed around the outside. He's now going to have the advantage into these next couple of turns. So back up into top spot. Through that final turn then for Don. Still got Dylan hot on his tail. Are we going to see Don go defensive? We're not. Dylan's going to chuck one up the inside. This is going to become last lap. Again, Don just chucks one back up the inside, but I don't know whether he's going to be able to carry it around the outside here. It's not. Dylan just holds on to it. Looking to be an epic final lap between these two. Needs to get a good exit out here and take that position early like he did. Already over the rear end of Dylan. Swings out to the right, to the left. He's got the move down the inside at the kink. Now, can we see if Dylan can hold it around the outside again? Don's already in front, quite a way already. Buki closing up on this gap again though, 0.6 of a second, and Robus. Oh, it's not, sorry, it's Fat Pickles. So Don's still leading, but Dylan side by side as they come up to the bridge. This could be make or break. Change camera. So Dylan through into first place, but Don carrying good speed. Turns left, back down the inside for Don. He will be on the outside for this next turn, but he was able to carry it around the outside last time. Can he do it again? quite, but he gets good exit side by side with Dylan again as they run down the hill. It's going to come down to the wire, this one. Buki is still right there with them. Who gets the better exit? Looks like Dylan's going to take this one. He does just Dylan takes it, then Don comes second, Buki third. Fat Pickles in fourth, Mental Nev fifth, Ben Cosgrove sixth, Roberts Hood seventh, Mocking Weeks backwards almost for eighth. Rick 33, hazards on for Rick in ninth. Is he going to be backwards? Yeah, backwards on fire, upside down. Ninth place for Rick. White Shark Jim in 10th. And we just wait for JPH, final turn to go. What are you talking about, mate? Backwards as well for JPH. There you go. So great race in race 2. What are you on about, Chunky? What are you on about, Bill? Huh? Stop the smoking. What are you on about? Don't know what's up here. Yeah, really good fight there. Right to the line there for the two P1 drivers. Holding their own against the MRC boys. So that was rounds 11 and 12 of MRC's GTTCC, or round 6. It's week 6, but it is like rounds 11 and 12. Why didn't Don defend? I don't know. I'm not a mind reader, Aaron. Was some good racing, wasn't it, Aiden? Right, what we got coming up? Nothing tomorrow night. Only one race on Sunday. I've got the Tanso BMWs at 8 o'clock. And the P1 boys have given me a night off on Sunday night, so no race at 9 o'clock on Sunday, just 8 o'clock for the N300 BMWs with Tanso. Monday night, we're back with the next round of the Chewit Racing Mini Cooper Cup. That's also Tanso as well. Nothing Tuesday, nothing Wednesday. Back with the McGann League with the P1 boys on Thursday. And then Friday night, is it the final round? No, 2 more rounds of this, sorry. 2 more rounds. I've got round 7 and round 8 to go. So round 7 of the GTTCC next Friday. And then 2 races back again Sunday. BMWs and the BMWs. So, yeah, I don't trust your stuff, Billy. All right. All that coughing is because I've been up here for an hour and a half, and I was out of drink like an hour ago. That's why I'm coughing. I'm gagging for liquid. So that was that. If you fancy helping my channel out, get yourselves over to buymeacoffee.com/dartsmoker. Drop a little donation if you can. Thank you very much. You know what's coming up next. I hope you've liked what you've watched. Give it a like. Give it a subscribe. Tell your mates. Tell your mums. My name's Dart Smoker. I'm out of here.